I'm going to talk a little bit about how I plan trips and show you a few things. I am going to be stuttering. I'm going to be repeating myself. If I wait until my brain is better, this video will absolutely never happen. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you. I've been writing on this atlas for years. I mark every route that I've been on as we've been along. I'm planning a trip from North Carolina to south of Virginia. I've got flags on the pages of some of the routes I'm going to go on, so it's easier for me to, I'll show you. Like the blue flags over here, which is out of frame. Excuse me, pardon me. This is some of the path I'm going to be on. I flag the route. I map out on Google Maps the exact route I'm going to be going on, and then mark it with flags where I'm going, so that once I'm in the car, it's easier for me to keep track of where we are and where we're going. When I get stressed out, I can't remember compass directions anymore. I'm having trouble reading. So when I plan out a route, I have to take a lot of notes ahead of time. This is an older atlas, but over here, that's Madison, and that right there is the town of Intelligence, North Carolina, and it's in this atlas, and it's on my old wall map, but when you look it up on Google, it doesn't exist anymore. But I am going to drive up this back road, drive through Intelligence, and see whether there's even a single sign left that shows that there was once a town there with a cool name, and what on earth happened to that. I put flags on the pages of cities I'm going to be going through. These giant paper clips are awesome for keeping these pages together. This atlas has been so used, the pages are all falling out. So I have a giant paper clip for that. When I'm going from one place to another, I stare at the topographic map to look at what looks like interesting terrain. Sometimes I will pull up, Google Maps has a setting where you can pull up a box at the bottom, and it will show you photographs of places along that road that other Google users have taken. That's pretty handy, so I use that sometimes as well. And then when I figured out my routes, I save them all, and then I begin printing them out. I just print this as a big overview of the kind of different places we're going to be stopping along the way. This is an awful lot of detail, but something else about me, I don't assume anywhere, anytime, that I'm going to have cell service. A lot of places where I like to travel, are back roads that don't have a cell signal. And besides, I like maps. You can look at them and you can write stuff on them and you can take notes, and maps work better for me. I've played with a couple of GPS units in the car, and they are much too frustrating. Also, they don't show all the roads. So you're driving and it shows you, it just goes white because it has no idea where you are. So I print out all these roads ahead of time. Also, I do this because the person that I'm in the car with, if I really go completely mental and can't speak anymore, they have to get us to where we're going. This is a map of Floyd, Virginia, with a bunch of little yellow stars of all the places in town that I want to try and get to. A couple of motels are shown there, a couple of restaurants, lots of places I'm going to stop in just for a minute. So turn-by-turn directions. Google produces these, and I print them out. They're very, very, very detailed, and they're great because I can write on these maps. I can read as we go along. I can mark where we are. I can do all these kind of things. I printed these in 2 different colors. The trip is 3 days, but I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be stopping. So I divided the trip into 2 big chunks. So I printed them on 2 different color papers, so that I'm trying to use more and more color for organizing things, because it is easier for me when I'm beginning to get very tired and I'm not thinking clearly. It's easier for me to keep track of where I am using colors.